Good morning, students. Welcome to Good Samaritan School Isapur online classes. This is your science class, and today we will continue with chapter 12 Electricity and Circuits. So far, we have studied about an electric cell and we have studied about torch bulb and its inside view, and how the two terminals are there in a bulb and about the filament as well. Today we are going to study about a bulb connected to an electric cell. So let's start. Let us try to make an electric bulb light up using an electric cell. How do we do that? So we are going to use an electric cell like this. Okay, I have attached two here, and we are going to use a bulb also here, like in this you can see here this bulb. You can use such a bulb or an LED as well. So take four lengths of electric wire with different colored plastic coverings. Remove a little of plastic covering from each length of wire at the ends. So you have to remove like this. Plastic covering we have to remove because plastic is a bad conductor of electricity. So it is not going to conduct electricity if we use a wire which is having plastic all around it till the tip. So we have to remove from the tips like this. Then this would expose the metal wires at the ends of each length. Fix the exposed parts of two wires to the cell and the other two of the bulb as shown in figure 12.3 and 12.4. So here is a figure 12.3 electric cell with two wires attached to it. So one wire's end is attached here and the other is attached here, and these two metal wire ends will be joining the two terminals of the electric bulb. So now let's see further. Bulb connected to two wires like this. We can again connect the two wires as well. You can stick the wires to the bulb with the tape used by electricians. Use rubber bands or tape to fix the wires to the cell. So now connect the wires fixed to the bulb with those attached to the cell in 6 different ways as has been shown in figure 12.5a to f. For each arrangement, find out whether the bulb glows or not. So here are the 6 ways, 6 arrangements by which it is shown that the bulb glows or not. So here you can see the bulb is glowing, but in B, C, D and E the bulb is not glowing, and in and in F as well the bulb is glowing. So now we are going to see why is it happening like this. Write yes or no for each arrangement in your notebook. So you have to write, if it is glowing you have to write yes here, and if not then you will write no. Okay, so complete it in your textbook. Next is, now carefully look at the arrangement in which the bulb glows. Compare these with those in which the bulb does not glow. Can you find the reason for the difference? So if we observe this, you can see, if you keep your pencil here and start moving, wherever there is an opening you have to stop. So I did not stop anywhere because it is completely connected. It is a closed one, closed circuit. But if we see here, if we start like this, there is no connection here. There is a gap here. Because of this, the electricity is not able to flow through the circuit, and that's why the bulb is not glowing. So now we have seen why it's not glowing there. Now if we look at F as well, we start like this and we go this way. This circuit is also a closed one. Even just because the wires are kept like this doesn't mean it will not glow, because the circuit is complete, circuit is closed one. So what we did now, just that we are asked to do here, keep the tip of your pencil on the wire near one terminal of the electric cell for the arrangement in figure 12.5a. Move the pencil along the wire all the way to the bulb. Now, from the other terminal of the bulb, move along the other wire connected to the cell. Repeat this exercise for all the arrangements in figure 12.5. Did the bulb glow for the arrangements in which you could not move the pencil from one terminal to the other? So for those where we are not able to move the pencil throughout in a continuous manner, then those bulbs are not glowing. Means it has to do something with the closeness or completeness of the circuit. So now let's see further about an electric circuit. So because here the electric circuit is not complete, the bulb is not glowing, and here it is complete, so the bulb is glowing. So let's see what is an electric circuit. In activity 2, you connected one terminal of the electric cell to the other terminal through wires passing to and from the electric bulb, right? So note that in the arrangement shown in figure 12.5a and f, the two terminals of the electric cell were connected to two terminals of the bulb. They were connected throughout, and therefore it could glow. The bulb could glow. Such an arrangement is an example of an electric circuit. So this is known as an electric circuit, where it is connected throughout. The electric circuit provides a complete path for electricity to pass, that is current to flow, between the two terminals of electric cell. So when the electricity gets a complete path to flow, then the electronic item gets used, means the bulb is glowing. The bulb glows only when current flows through the circuit. If current does not flow through the circuit, then the bulb will not glow, like in this particular one. In an electric circuit, the direction of current is taken to be from the positive to the negative terminal of the electric cell. So, if you look at this diagram 12.c, the direction of current in an electric circuit is shown. So, here you can see the metallic cap, which is the positive end, and here is the flat disc, which is the negative end. So, these arrows are showing the path of electricity. It moves from the positive terminal to the negative terminal. Okay, so this is how electricity moves. When the terminals of the bulb are connected with that of the electric cell by wires, the current passes through the filament of the bulb. This makes the bulb glow. So when it is connected from one terminal to the other through the bulb, then it glows. The bulb glows. Sometimes an electric bulb does not glow even if it is connected to the cell. Even after the connection is complete, the bulb does not glow. Why? This may happen if the bulb has fused. If the bulb is fused, then it will not work. Look at a fused bulb carefully. Is the filament inside it intact? So yesterday we saw filament in the bulb. We have seen this part in the diagram here, and I also showed you in a picture. So this filament, if it is broken, then the bulb will not glow, because the filament is broken and the path of electricity is interrupted. An electric bulb may fuse due to many reasons. One reason for a bulb to fuse is a break in its filament. So if the filament breaks, then the bulb will not glow. It will be a fused bulb. A break in the filament of an electric bulb means a break in the path of the current between the terminals of the electric cell. So the path itself is hindered, so that is why the electricity does not flow. Therefore, a fused bulb does not light up, as no current passes through its filament. So because no current is passing through it, so it does not glow. Now, can you now explain why the bulb did not glow when you tried to do so with the arrangements shown in figure 12.5 B, C, D and E? Because the wire connection was not continuous. There were gaps in between. You can notice in all of these. See here. So therefore, because the circuit is not complete, it was not glowing. Now we know how to make a bulb light up using an electric cell. Would you like to make a torch for yourself? So now we have to make a bulb glow like this. So let's try that. In activity 3, we are going to do this only. So let's do it. So children, I am using 2 cells here and I have put them together by using a tape. Why am I using 2 cells here? Because when I tried with a single cell, the LED was not glowing because the current that was flowing through it was not enough for it. So I will just show you that. I will keep this metal wire here to the negative terminal and the other one at the positive terminal, and you will see that the bulb is not glowing. But when I tried the same thing with 2 cells, then I saw that the bulb was glowing. So let me show you that. As you can see, the bulb is glowing. So now I have completed the path of electricity here. You can see I am keeping at the positive terminal one wire and at the negative terminal I am keeping the other wire. So when the electricity got its way to move through the circuit, then the bulb is glowing, which is a proof that electricity has found its path. And now let me show you, when I have a joint here. If I open it again, then you will see that the bulb will not glow again. So I have removed it like this. Now I have removed it, and if I connect it now, one end to the negative terminal and the other one to the positive terminal, the bulb will not glow, right? So the bulb is not glowing because electricity is not finding its path continuously through the electric circuit. So let us try with another one. Here is the LED, and in this LED also there are 2 terminals. You can see this one and here is one. So one is positive terminal and the other one is negative terminal. So while connecting, we have to make sure that we are connecting properly so that electricity can flow through positive end terminal to the negative terminal. So let's try it again with a completely intact LED with completely intact wires, right? So if I again try with this, and if the circuit is complete, then we will see that the bulb is glowing. So now it's not glowing because negative and positive terminals are not connected properly. Let's reverse it, and the bulb is glowing. You can see here. So this is how the electricity passes, and in your book you can see that they have used a single cell and they have connected to both the ends in the cell, but I have not done that. But so what am I doing? I am using a metal piece like this so that the electricity can flow through it, because metals are good conductor of electricity. So let's do it again. If you have a better cell, more powerful cell, then with one also you can try this. So again it is glowing, you can see here. So children, I hope you understood this experiment and how electricity moves through the electric circuit. You also make an electric circuit for yourselves and then compare with these diagrams that in which case it is glowing for you, and when you disconnected and had a gap like this, is it glowing or not. I hope you understood this. We will meet again in the next class.